My name is Maia Smith, and I am an author of the Christian books and self-help books. And today I just want to share my journey and my life's experience, how to make serious life decisions from Orthodox Christian perspective. Well, I'm not saying that I am a super smart and always make right decisions, but what I learned and how I apply this to my life, the Orthodox Christian way is a balanced way. It's way aligned with God's wisdom, aligned with ancestral history from the church fathers' teachings, and it's aligned even with the cosmos and nature. So let me tell you the example, what I say, making a decisions Christian way. When I was young and I was unmarried, I really had only one huge desire to form a Christian peaceful family. And I was living in Republic of Georgia. This is where I was born and raised. And I had some personal life dramas while I reached 32 years old. You can imagine I had some broken heart and some really personal life drama. So one day after the Sunday service, I went to lead a candle in front of the icon, and I am Orthodox Christian, Georgian Orthodox Christian. So in Orthodox Christianity, we do venerate icons. So while I was searching where to pray, I really went to the big icon of Jesus Christ, and I lit a candle, and this is the key of a Christian decision. I did not say, oh God, please help me find a husband, or make me find a rich husband, or let me marry an American, or let me marry a blonde guy with blue eyes. I just lit a candle and I said, please, God, align my personal wish with what's beneficiary for my soul and my body. I lit a candle. I really prayed hard in my heart what was my Christian woman's desire, to have a honorable Christian family with a sweet, peaceful, and kind husband. When I turned around, I saw my priests walking by. After the service, he just changed and walks out. And I went to him and I said, Father David, please give me a blessing. I'm thinking that I would like to go to United States, and there is a possibility that I will meet a man there for a purpose to get married. And he looked at me, and somehow I had the impression that he does not even understood or grasped what I was saying. And he points his hand to the icon. I just lit a candle and poured my heart praying. And he says, well, this icon needs to go to a Georgian Orthodox church to New York, and I'm giving you blessing to deliver the icon. And at that moment, I was so overwhelmed with such an honor that I have this mission. Of course, I said, that's the biggest mission and biggest honor, and if you're giving me a blessing for this, I will be happy. So after this, it just all happened. I was brought to America by Jesus Christ. But prior to leaving on this trip and bringing this icon, I supposed to go to a patriarchy. It's like a higher in higher place where they give you blessing to transport the icon. So I was meeting with the bishop and I was describing that journey's purpose was to bring the icon to a Georgian Orthodox church. But I also was saying that can I have a blessing if I meet a guy? Can I have form the family? Can I consider getting married? So his blessing to me was under only one circumstance. If the person I'm meeting and possibly gonna get married with him will baptize in the Orthodox faith, and we will be married and have a proper marriage in an Orthodox Christian church. Well, for some reason, when you are coming from Georgia, highly Christian, old ancient Christian country, to America, totally new or young Christian country in that regard, you don't really dream that this person I'm supposed to meet, and I'll tell you later, maybe in the second video, how do I met this guy, will like willingly jump up and down and become an Orthodox Christian. And first of all, he just decides to marry you, and then he becomes Orthodox Christian before he marries you. So I kind of put that on a back burner because I had a bigger decision to make, not decision, but bigger mission to accomplish, to deliver this icon to a Orthodox church in New York. So of course I had a flight through the Greece. I was flying Georgia, Tbilisi to Greece, and then from Greece to New York. So me holding this big icon and walking through the airport of Greece with the icon, it was like something to record. And God, we was not technological. It was 21 years ago. Nobody even took a pictures. I took a pictures in Georgia before I left with blessings of my priest, but I did not thought about taking pictures while traveling. So the icon was successfully delivered, and I met the person whom I was having a conversation, and we were like chatting for 6 months online. And we met, we talked, we liked each other. Then he invited me to North Carolina, and here comes first living according the God's will and the Orthodox Christian will was that I was asking God to give me what's beneficial for my soul and my body. I was not particularly asking my specific goal or dream or whatever task I had. And then second, it was when Bishop told me that I'm only allowed to marry somebody if they will convert in Orthodox Christian faith. So it's so funny. Now when I look at this, if you're meeting a regular guy and you are like in your 30s, 31 I was, and you having like first, second date and you are talking, and I'm like, on a second date, literally, I'm like, hello, are you a Jew? And he's like, no, I'm Irish and German descent, and my father is a Baptist preacher, and I am Christian. And I said, whew, really good, because usually Jews do not convert, and it will be totally lost hope to engage in a romance with the Jewish person, because usually they are very strict with their faith as well. So, and I did not ask him how much you have on your bank account, or do you have this successful business. I didn't really ask him much. We start talking faith and religion, and he brought up that his daddy is a Baptist preacher, and he was raised in lots of similar concepts what Christian Orthodox religion and faith has. But I said that Orthodox And I mentioned that Orthodox Christianity, it's an ancient apostolic faith and church. So it's very authentic and dogmatic. And it will be a very um, important binder for us to continue relationship. From couple of dates, we discovered that we do like each other, and we may consider continuing this into a more serious relationship. But right from the first steps, I explained that I am here to be married. I am here to establish Orthodox Christian faith based family, and I'm here that I do not have time to play a girlfriend boyfriend. I don't have um, Christian allowance. My Christian faith does not allows me to be girlfriend boyfriend, and it may sound ridiculous. I'm 31 years old, but I know exactly what I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build a faith, Orthodox Christian faith based family, and my husband has to be Christian. He has to be properly baptized, and we have to be married in an Orthodox Christian church. Well, my husband was like, my future husband was like in shock. Maybe it was too much, but 21 years ago I looked good. I was sweet, peaceful, and probably very different. And he was 40 something. He's 8 years older than me. So he thought, really, I need to work on this. I need to somehow pin down this lady and get married with her. So he was kind of in agreement with everything I was offering. And we ordered some Orthodox Christian literature. We had several conversations, met with his daddy, was very respectful to him. He was an amazing person. And then um, after few months, and actually it was Peter and Paul's land, so I said, we need to work through this land, we need to just go to church, and we start researching Orthodox Christian churches. Here comes a third decision: how firm Orthodox Christian faith has to project in every decision for you. We went to several churches around Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and I met with the priests, and I was projecting that my husband has to be probably chrismated because he already was baptized, but he needs to be baptized in a full Orthodox tradition. He also needs to have a first confession. I have to have a confession, and some Orthodox Christian churches have changed and became modern. So I was like, this is not what fully canonical Georgian Orthodox Church will want me to do. And we have to go to New York to get married. Well, I corresponded with a Georgian priest from New York to that same exact church where I delivered the icon. And he said that yes, we can travel there and we can talk to him, and my husband can have a conversation and preparation before his baptism. And then we can be properly married in a church. It was an amazing event. We waited until the Lent was over. We hopped in our car and we went to Georgian church. So this is also what I would like people to understand in Orthodox life development, in a Christian life development. When big things are correct and right, little things doesn't matter. And it makes you a totally different, non-anxious view on a world. Because how many women do you know get so caught up in the details and they become so stressed, and every single little detail for um, wedding or prep or pre-wedding matters. You know, I had a amazing experience that God brought me here with mission. God allowed me to meet this man who somehow, with name Joe Smith, didn't end up to be a serial killer. He actually understands concepts of a religion, faith, and Christianity. We fall in love, and we're gonna get married in a church, and here starts my brand new beautiful life in America. And I don't need to worry, where do I buy a veil, or do I have a veil at all? Well, guess what? I do wanted to have a veil, and I ran into a Walmart and I bought me a $10.99 or $9.99 veil, and then I was so happy. We went to Georgian church. I had few Georgian friends there. We totally snatched some kind of guy after the Sunday service to be a groomsman, and I had my good friends as a bridesmaids. And guess what? I was so happy. We forgot a bouquet. I did not have a wedding bouquet. So what? I've been married 21 years, and we've been having an amazing journey together with help of God. And he's a great person, and we grow uh, stronger in faith, and we work on it daily. We belong to Serbian Orthodox Church in Charlotte, and it just worked out. But the whole point of this video is size your life decisions from a concept of a Christian fundamental, not New Age Christian, no, not contemporary Christian, where everything flies and where additions can be made. I had one older lady in her 70s, in her opinion, devoted Catholic, told me that world changes and doctrine and church has to change. No, the whole point of a universal, everlasting message of a Christ is that it's unchangeable, it's constant, and it's universal, and it does not need human additions or human changes. And this is what apostolic faith, apostolic church, and apostolic holy tradition in the teachings of a Holy Fathers is. Unchangeable doctrine, unchangeable canonical teachings. And that's what I follow. And anytime I have to make a big life decision, this is what I pray for. Please allow this to happen if it's beneficial for my body and soul, for benefit of my family. Make me a good Christian in a pursuit of livelihood and survival, because we all work every day on our livelihood. And also make me face last days, if it's my last days written by you, in a good standing as the Orthodox faithful Christian. So this was my share with you today, how to shape your every decisions through Christian Orthodox prism.